hats that you can put on. Oh, you know, today I'm gay, tomorrow I'm trans, etc. Actually, did you know my great-grandmother was black? Or whatever it is, to try and claim some victimhood.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. So glad you could join us. This is the spot where you get a little bit of news, a little bit of nuts, and a whole lot of crazy. All right, let's jump into that liberal pool of madness. Let's do it. News and nuts, news and nuts. Hey, it's news and nuts.
Not good at all. But as I was saying, I was talking to my dear friend, Dr. Phil, big doctor, true patriot, and he said to me, President Trump, we need a ranch, not the dressing, ranch dressing, very tasty, but no, we need a facility for the criminally insane. It's true. We've got a lot of lefties, I hate to say it, but they're all lefties, and they need to go to a treatment center, who knows, maybe hit a ropes course, but they need to be in a safe, beautiful, sequestered environment. They've blown up the Teslas. Tesla Motors, great company, run by a great guy. I think you've heard of him. Elon. We can't have terrorism inside this big, beautiful country of ours. With the help of quite a few important people, very smart people, I will be working side by side with Dr. Phil to make this dream a reality, because we don't need purple-haired weirdos who smell something awful. My goodness, have you ever smelled one of these people? But we've got to get them away from the children and our wonderful women in this country.
Hey, what can I say? Let's make insane asylums great again.
We will always protect Medicare and Social Security for our great seniors with no cuts, and we will defend Medicaid for those great people that are in need. House Republicans are working to invest more money in Medicaid than we spend today. The only thing we're going to cut is the corruption and the crooks that take advantage of some of the illegal schemes.
I think President Trump needs to get this message out a lot more, because the Democrats are going hard, pulling out all their scare tactics, telling everybody that, the Republicans are going to cut Medicaid and your grandma and grandpa is going to die. And don't believe it. There's an article that just came out today that said Medicaid is actually, through this big, beautiful bill, is going to increase by 24%. They're trimming the fat, right? They're trimming all the waste, but they're keeping all the good stuff. So don't believe the Democrats. They're gaslighting everybody as usual. All right, my friends, that's all for the news. Now on to the nuts. Well, it is prison, for crying out loud. It's not supposed to be Club Med.
Come on. Toba. Karya. Quran dekha main abba hi sara hoye.
I have no idea what those people were saying, but my guess was, ew, sick. I can't believe that guy's washing in that water. All right, my friends, that wraps it up for news and nuts, and now it's on to the main course of craziness. So sit back, relax, buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
Don't worry, as soon as we're able to let you guys back in, we'll let you go. Yo, bro, is everybody? I gotta get my stuff, bro. I gotta get my stuff. I gotta get my stuff. If people steal it. Oh,
Oh, hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, yeah. How did you guys get here so fast?
Well, it seems pretty clear that Colombia has been taken over by terrorists, this pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian, anti-American protesters. This is just ridiculous that this is still happening. I think Trump and his administration need to move in fast, deal with these people harshly and swiftly. And if anybody's visas are in question, I think those need to be taken away and those people expelled from the country ASAP. This nonsense needs to stop immediately.
And communicate those inner worlds that we have, and sometimes we misinterpret with one another, to try and create an understanding and basically encourage empathy.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, go, go.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, that's great that they put up a statue to celebrate Black women, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why, they're talking about having empathy and stuff, but why did they choose to go with a frumpy, fat Black lady as the model? I don't understand that. Somebody in Photoshop said that they fixed the statue to make it look better. So let's I guess make it look more accurate. I don't know. Let's check it out. Oh, oh boy. I get. Well, you know what? Yeah, maybe. I think the statue, if you're gonna have the EBT card in there, you'd need to put some flip flops on that statue instead of regular shoes. Anyways, that's funny. Okay. let's move on.
I just need to remind y'all again.
Okay.
Everyone who is ginger, who has
Right.
red hair,
Okay.
those are Black people.
What?
All gingers are Black people. If they have red hair, they are Black.
How are you coming to this conclusion? No, this doesn't make any sense.
You see a white man with red hair,
Okay.
that's a Black man.
No, that is not true. I've never looked at somebody from Ireland or Scotland or something like that and been like, oh yeah, that dude's that dude's Black. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep going.
You see a white woman with red
Yeah.
hair, that's a Black woman. Gingers are Black. All gingers.
Morgana Le Fay, Patriot America First, says, so I can use the N-word? Terms accepted. Well, I mean, I guess that would give you that privilege, but Mikey Adams says, ironically, unscramble the letters ginger. Oh no. I never thought of that, but yeah, I know where this is going, but just never say it. Even if you have red hair. I think that is really good advice.
How stupid do they think you are? Dr. Phil exposed it in his podcast. He called it, "The Legacy Media Thinks You're Stupid." Well, guess what? Now we've got new numbers. Looking at the Media Research Center and what they have found, they found that when you look at the coverage from the legacy media on President Trump, it is 92% negative versus coverage of Joe Biden, that was 62% positive. Let's break it down even further. Looking at immigration, that's where the president has his strongest numbers as we look at the first 100 days. Looking at the legacy media spin, it is 93% negative on what the president is doing on immigration. Let's go deeper. Out of 233 minutes of evening news coverage on legacy media, listen to this, only 3.5 minutes lets viewers know how much the president is doing on the border. Out of 233 minutes, only 3.5 minutes in terms of what the president's doing at the border. And it's not just immigration. Looking at Doge, the Media Research Center found 97% of negative spin on cutting waste, fraud, and abuse out of our government. That is your money, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. When it comes to tariffs, they found 93% negative spin. So here's my question. Do you trust legacy media, number one? And number two, does the legacy media affect how you feel and what you know about what's happening in our country, no matter what side of the aisle you're on?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly how the media brainwashes everybody that plugs into that liberal hive mind. It's sad. President Trump can't get a fair shake, even if he tried.
I'm not saying I would have done what Rodney Hinton done, but I understand. Police shot his son in the back multiple times. What kind of rage do you think a parent would feel learning that the police had shot their son in the back? I would not have done that, but I understand. Hinton used his car to take a life, and the life of somebody who was not part of taking his son's life, but the level of anger and rage that he felt consumed him. I'm not saying I would have done it, but I understand. This is the rage that propelled thousands and thousands of us into the streets after George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. And I'm not saying this is the way to get free. I'm not saying this is what other people need to do. I wouldn't have done it, but I understand.
Shame on you, sir, for stoking the flames of racial hatred. There's no way that anybody should condone murder. And that's exactly what you're doing. As long as the situation is right, just as long as you have that element of rage and frustration, yeah, go ahead and kill anybody. Yeah, that's the wrong message. And it's just going to incite more violence in the end. So again, shame on you. And in the next clip, we're going to see the father that drove over, that killed the random cop that had nothing to do with his son's death. And the great thing about this is he's being basically perp walked in front of this whole row of police officers. I think they said it was something like a total of 30 officers that this guy basically had to walk. And he's just giving this smug look like, yeah. But you know what, buddy? Have fun spending the rest of your life in prison. What a piece of trash. Take a look.
The difference between a conservative and a liberal is a conservative will hate your opinion. A liberal will hate you for your opinion.
Well, that pretty much sums it up. You can't get more clear than that.
Here's another reason I don't take y'all seriously and am dismissive of most things you have to say.
Okay.
When it comes to the Second Amendment, when we're talking about the Constitution,
sure,
y'all hang on the words "shall not be infringed" for that Second Amendment so fucking hard.
Oh, super
it's so
hard.
important to you how it's actually written that you're willing to let kids die in public schools.
Oh yeah.
Over it.
Oh yeah. Just. Oh yeah. Nothing makes me more happy. You're so retarded. Okay.
That's how much you care about the wording in the Constitution when it comes you being allowed to fucking own your little pew-pews. So with the 14th Amendment and how the Constitution clearly says due process for everyone here, not due process for only citizens. All of a sudden, well, that's mercurial. You gotta interpret it there. Oh, it's supposed to be just for citizens. We all know what they meant. Shut the fuck up. You guys suck so much ass. You.
Well, I don't think I suck too much ass. I mean, maybe just a little bit. I don't know. I don't even know what that means. But look, the thing is with the 14th Amendment is for illegal aliens, that is totally an administrative process. It's not a criminal process. All these Democrats And liberals are screaming, oh my gosh, you have to have a trial for every single person who's here illegally and blah, blah, blah. You can't deport them without a trial, due process. Okay, but there is a different set of trials and different set of judges and a different mechanism entirely when you're dealing with illegals. They don't go through a regular trial because it's an administrative process, not a criminal process. And the administrative process, you can run a lot of people through in a very quick time. I mean, that's what Obama did. He deported over 1 million people. Easy. Like, it averaged out to 1,000 people a day that Obama deported out of this country. So he did that through the administrative process. There's a difference. Don't be gaslit, okay?
I want each and every resident to look up at any flag that flies at City Hall and be reminded that their community values belonging and acceptance, and that their community values every one of them. Let the Sago Lily send a simple but powerful message. Salt Lake City is here for you. We believe in you, and we love you.
Ha! Gay!
Utah, oh my gosh, Utah, what are you doing? What are you doing, my friend? Why are we doing this? There's no need to alter our flags so that the less than 1% of the population, and it's probably even smaller than that here in Utah, there's no need for this. This is absolute pandering. This is absolute virtue signaling to whom? I don't know.
So basically, everybody got disappointed in me yesterday and had the nerve to point out the fact that I'm an Hispanic male and I have gang-related tattoos. A lot of them identified me as an MS-13 member because of my political stance and what I said yesterday about a man killing an innocent cop. Saying I should be understanding because I'm a Hispanic quote-unquote gang member and that cops will put me in jail and target me and probably shoot me in a line of fire just like anybody else. These are gang-related tattoos. And yes, I was in prison from 13 to 18, got out for 6 months, then went to prison for 15 years. And then I've been out since 2020, and I've been out 5 years. But allow me to educate you prejudgment people on there calling me MS-13 members and threatening to call Trump on me. I've been out 5 years. 5 years. As a full-time employee, I'm a blue-collar man, benefits, 401k, my own spot, my own car, never been late on a bill. Bro, I've never even been pulled over before. Have a clean driving record, not even a speeding ticket. I'm a former gang member who's online that speaks against California prison gangs and street gangs to try to teach the kids not to go down the same road that I did and fuck his life up and throw his life away. Most importantly, in the whole 5 years that I've been out, not once have I ever been harassed by a cop or gave a cop a reason to search me, to check me, to identify me, look at my gang-related tattoos because I follow the rules and I learned the law. Because the one thing that society has taught me is don't ever take my freedom for granted like I did before and throw my life away and end up back in prison. I like my freedom out here. So all I did was suspend the morals and values and principles that I had for the gang culture and replace it with the ones that society taught me out here, and that's to be a good citizen. These gang-related tattoos on my face are just part of my past, but they don't define me no more. And yeah, my baby car seats right there. I got a 2-year-old that I adore and that I'm a present father and that I love and that I go to work for every day and not miss a day of work for to provide for so he don't end up like me. Just thought I'd point that out to you guys.
Well, my friend, I totally salute you and commend you for changing your life and turning it around and actually helping other people to maybe avoid the huge catastrophic mistakes that you made in your life so they don't have to go through all that pain and suffering, right? So kudos to you. Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't be judging people just by the tattoos on their face or anywhere on their body. I've had a couple of friends that turned out to be really, really good guys. They just happened to be all tatted up, full sleeved and on the face and everything else. And they looked scary on the surface, but underneath they were teddy bears. So let's not jump to conclusions and let's just love everybody, right? All right.
I'm gonna need for all of my dumbass family because stop calling talk about some. Well, what do you think about what Trump doing now? You see what Trump doing now? Listen, I got what I wanted out of my vote.
Good.
The very first week that Trump was in office, okay? I wanted women to get their rights back and for them to stop letting transgenders play in women's sports.
Yep.
And I wanted them to take all of the LGBTQIA, B, C, D, E, F, G out of the schools and to stop forcing it on children and get them nasty ass books out of the kids' schools. I got what I wanted out of my vote.
Nice.
I wanted all of those illegal immigrants that was here hurting American women to get deported.
Out.
I got what I wanted. Stop asking me. I'm good. I'm back to living my life like you don't do. Because every single 4 years, y'all dumbasses let the richest black people in entertainment stand up and tell you that you can't do it and that you being held down. When their very existence is showing you that that's not true.
There you go. So we have an observer already that's walking over. I'm betting police officers swarm and then nothing works out.
Okay, well,
so we'll try it out. We'll try to get some interviews.
Who should we choose to
talk to? It's not working out. Okay. How you guys doing?
Excuse me, but you're not allowed in this area.
Oh, we asked the police. They told us we could come over because we just want to ask some questions. That's
well,
you did not ask the police. They did not tell you that.
We're being surrounded, but that's okay. We'll keep going. All right, guys.
Get out of here.
We're going. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. All right. All right, this isn't working. Okay. All right. So that didn't work out. That didn't work out. I'm not sure that I've met a group that is that anti-talking. I mean, you really can't talk. Oh, here we go. Okay, somebody got arrested, I guess. All of this exploded because we walked through. Just that was it. That was it. Did we even get a chance to say anything to anybody? My man, tell me about what's going on here.
No, go f*** off. You're
Okay.
a fascist piece of shit. Go away.
I am absolutely not. How you doing, miss? You having a good day? There are people being arrested, being carried away. We have the activists that are not happy. People are upset about the couple being arrested. Probably a part of some assaults. Did you see anybody getting assaulted? I mean, they were grabbing my stuff, but I don't think anybody hit me. At least I don't remember.
I didn't see anyone. I was too busy getting myself out of the way. We were suddenly surrounded by rainbow flags and...
It got a little hairy. My man, how's the day going today?
It's going good. It's going great.
What are your thoughts? Tell me.
It's getting a little crazy. I saw a couple people in full black doing some stuff they weren't supposed to do.
Are these people all local, do you think? Or are they from around town?
I think most of them are probably local. Well, actually, I heard one of them saying that the school is actually one of the ones that talked to them to get some of them down here. That's what one of them said. Don't take that from me.
There is a Progress Pride flag, an activist flag on the school. So that seems pretty believable, actually.
Kind of believable. Adds up, I think.
You remember that whole punch a Nazi thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like it was a trend. Punch a Nazi. Like this is the kind of things that come from that kind of language.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Especially when you label people you don't agree with Nazis.
You know, an actual Nazi, like these are literally parents and grandmas showing up that are saying, hey, don't sterilize children, you know? But hey, you know, if you're indoctrinated enough, that becomes a reality. That grandma now becomes a Nazi.
Yeah.
You have people that are so fearful of a conversation that me and a woman walk over there, casually walking over. Yeah, granted, we have a camera.
You don't have signs or anything.
But we don't have signs. Right. She has her tea. We don't have signs or anything. And the response is literal violence. It's so extreme that I couldn't even see what was going on around us. There was people battling, officers taking people down, you know. I'm trying to get out of there and survive and watching myself so I don't get hit in the face anywhere. Good
Why
stuff.
is it the people on the right side of history always hide their identity?
On the right side of history?
Well, they think they're on the right side of history. It's 2025 and they're all wearing masks.
If you believe that it's such a big thing and that you are right, that you are transgender, take your masks off, take your costumes off, show us who you are. But every one of them have masks on.
You know, I've seen a lot of these videos, enough for me to come to the reasonable conclusion that these trans Tifa people, these trans activists, they are the most vile, disgusting human beings, and they are just filled with hatred and venom. They want nothing to do with you, and there's no debating them or talking with them. All they want to do is scream about how they're the victim and how you're a horrible person. So God bless those guys for going into the, lion's den. I'm glad they came out unscathed.
Who you guys looking for? Well, this is private property. Okay, you have a warrant to look for people in here?
Nope.
Do you? Sorry? Do you have a warrant to be in here looking for people?
What bit?
Which apartment number?
What business is it of yours?
Okay, who are you looking for? Why are you asking everybody?
I'm sorry?
Why are you asking everybody names?
Who are we asking?
You, I saw you.
Who was I asking anything to?
You cannot be in a private property, sir.
Yes, we can.
Okay, well, I want to watch what you guys doing.
That's fine. You can stay here. You can do all you want.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're just terrorizing the community, sir.
Terrorizing? Come on.
Atención, aquí está, Lice.
All right.
Lam y Stewart.
See, now this guy is going from just peacefully standing there, not doing anything, to actively deterring what these gentlemen are trying to do. And I think at this point, he should be arrested. I mean, no, he doesn't need to go to jail or anything like that, but he needs to be taken out of this situation. And, if he is arrested and, processed or whatever, that I think that would teach him a lesson. Stop butting in. It's none of your business. Man.
No salgan de su casa.
Nobody's even doing anything.
Where are your trucks?
Oh my gosh. These are just like four dudes standing around.
Atención todos. Aquí está el ICE.
You should be arrested.
No abran puertas. You should leave, man.
You should leave. What are you talking about? Let them do their
¡Atención
job.
todos! ¡No abrir sus puertas! ¡Aquí están estos cabrones!
Jeez Louise.
I've been watching you.
Ooh. Scary.
No. ¡Atención! ¡No salgan! ¡No abran sus puertas!
It didn't really look like there was much action going on there, so, who knows what was really going on, why they were standing around. But at the point where that guy started screaming and alerting potential illegal aliens that might be in the area to ICE, that is putting agents in danger. And, like I said, that guy needs to be arrested, not thrown in jail or anything like that, but at the very least, somebody needs to take him and throw him into a squad car or something so he's out of the picture, you know what I'm saying? So they can do their job unhindered.
This is what an anti-migrant protest looks like in Mexico. There's anger and waving of Mexican flags and signs like this one, which translates to "No to the invasion." Now a new poll by the Washington Post and the leading Mexican newspaper, Reforma, suggests attitudes in Mexico may have hardened since this protest last November over the arrival of a migrant caravan in Tijuana. 64% of Mexicans, nearly 2/3, say they believe people fleeing Central America into Mexico are a burden that threatens to take jobs and benefits from Mexican citizens. 55% want them deported versus just 33% who believe Mexico should give them temporary asylum or residency. Just 7% support them settling permanently. So Mexico is seeing some of the same nationalist sentiments that we've seen in the United States and other countries. Take this woman clutching the Mexican flag, for example.
¡Vete allá! ¡Vete con ellos! ¡Aquí no eres bienvenido!
suggests migrants are an affront to the patria, or homeland, and apparently more Mexicans now agree with her. A change since a Pew survey just a year ago said 57% of Mexicans believe new immigrants strengthen the country.
Oh, okay, I get it. So Mexico can totally protest about immigrants coming from South America and taking jobs and taking resources and, you know, making life in general unsafe for everybody there. But America can't do that when we've had millions and millions of people from South America and Mexico and from around the country just pour into our country. But we can't say anything because we just need to shut up and be good boys and girls and let the Dems just absolutely wreck this country. It's double standard.
I claim responsibility for this attack. Death to all infidels, to all Americans, everyone who is against Prophet Muhammad, everyone who goes against Allah. Wait, no, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about, okay? This is not a terror attack. This has nothing to do with religion. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Listen to me. No. I just told you I'm a jihadist Muslim. I deserve to live. Infidels don't. I do this for Allah and the glory of our Prophet. This is who I am. No, you're not. You're just a victim of poverty. That's really what it is. No. I am good. I live in good conditions. No poverty here. I'm a jihadist. I told you. Oh, okay. So you're not poor. Then maybe you're uneducated. You didn't have access to it. Oh, no. I'm very educated. I am an engineer. I work very hard. I just read the Quran. And I know infidels do not deserve to live. I don't care. Well, maybe you don't understand Islam very well because terrorism is a result of imperialism. Oh, no. I have nothing against imperialism. It's part of my culture. Islam loves imperialism. I'm just a terrorist. I'm a jihadist. I'm telling you. No way. You just don't understand yourself. You are a victim. You're a victim of so many things that it's so hard for you to understand. Come here. I want to give you a hug. And I want to give you a place to live. And I want to respect you and your roots. And really, I want you to know I love you.
And that was a great parody showing exactly the downfall of the Democratic Party. They always take the wrong side of everything. Just pick an issue. And they will pick the anti-American, the thing that will hurt America the most. That's what they're going to be for.
Said this week, got a lot of attention. You were at your cabinet meeting. You said, quote, I'm going to quote what you said, maybe the children will have $2 instead of $30.
Yeah.
And maybe the $2 will cost a couple of bucks more than they would normally. Are you saying that your tariffs will cause some prices to go up?
No, I think the tariffs are going to be great for us because it's going to make us rich.
But you said some dolls are going to cost more. Isn't that an acknowledgement that some prices will go up?
I don't think a beautiful baby girl that's 11 years old needs to have 30 dolls.
Nope.
I think they can have 3 dolls or 4 dolls because
I have two things to say. Number one, I think it's so funny that this guy who has a gold penthouse in New York City is trying to lecture all of us on not shopping in abundance.
Well, I mean, he totally has the money for that. It's not really even denting his bank account to do that.
You know, only buying $2 instead of 30 for your daughter.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing. The Americans, we consume way too much. It's an addiction, and it's not a good one. I mean, we consume just for the sake of consuming. So, look, these tariffs are going to definitely raise prices on some things, and it's going to hurt some industries in the short term. Look, Sisson is not looking at the long term. President Trump is looking at the long term, and he knows that in the long run, once we get past this period of potential pain, everything's going to be good. Everything will actually be golden. All right, Sisson, what else you have to whine about?
This guy sitting in a gold chair with a gold toilet in that apartment. And
well, yeah, but he doesn't have 30 gold toilets. He just has one. So he practices what he preaches.
And the second thing is, wasn't this the same guy who said the economy was going to be great under him? That everybody was going to be so wealthy? Now people can only afford $2 instead of 30, according to him? Oh, it's interesting. It's almost like he's openly acknowledging that he lied on the campaign trail just to get your vote. Isn't that something?
Sisson, you're an idiot.
Can you tell us about your sign today?
Well, he's a liar, don't you think?
What do you think is the biggest lie he's told?
I think everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. I think everything that he says, you should believe the opposite.
Any specific examples?
Where do I even begin? What do you...
You can come join.
This is my son, River.
Hi.
What's a lie that Donald Trump has told?
I mean, I don't like him.
That he's not going to f this country over. He already has. That tariffs are not going to cause tariffs are not going to cost the American people money. That he's not going to lie to us. Trust me, everything will be fine.
Do you think Trump is a Nazi?
Less so than Elon Musk.
Pardon?
Less so than Elon Musk, but I mean, they're working together.
You believe Elon Musk is a Nazi?
Yeah.
Why do you believe that?
Through the fucking Sieg Heil thing up during his speech.
So until then, you didn't think he was?
I thought he was wacko, but I didn't think he was Nazi.
What do you think is the most Nazi-like thing Elon Musk has done?
Threw the Sieg Heil up.
Why do you think the Democrats lost last November? But any specific reason? Was it their lack of compelling messaging or a rejection of the status quo? Why do you think they couldn't pull off a win?
Maybe third-party votes. I feel like the third party had no chance. It was
which third-party candidate?
Who was the third-party candidate that people were voting for?
Independent? I'm not sure.
Independent.
I'm not sure who the third-party candidate was.
If I'm being honest, I only wanted to vote against Trump that election. I didn't care for Biden.
As usual, these protesters are out en masse, and they have no idea what they're talking about. All this faux outrage is just spilling all over the place, but they have no idea why.
Don't even move. Don't even move. I'll see you. Don't move. Don't even move. Don't move. Don't move. No cap. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. What the f*** wrong with you? Lay down.
Yeah, that last clip shows exactly why the Second Amendment is so important and why it's such a good thing for us to be able to have, to bear arms, to protect ourselves in times of need.
Yes, just like you, sir. Yes, we're all Are you enjoying this country now? No, because
okay. Let them have they say. It's okay. Give me a fucking gun. I'll shoot you.
All I have to say is don't mess with the vets, because especially those World War II vets, man, they have seen stuff that would give you nightmares.
I just want to say I'm a transgender male. What age should kids be able to get things like hormone therapy? Because I don't know what's true, what's not.
Tell me, are you comfortable telling me your story?
I've known that since third grade. And I'm currently 19, almost 20. I've known basically since then. I didn't start going by a different name until 7th and 8th grade. I just don't know with the whole medical stuff, what's true, what's not, what's helpful, because I've heard so many different opinions.
First of all, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm going to have an opinion that very few people will ever tell you, which is I want you to be very cautious putting drugs into your system in the pursuit of changing your body. I instead encourage you to work on what's going on in your brain first. I think what you need first and foremost is just a diagnosis. Just someone that is going to listen to what you've gone through, listen to what else is going on. My prayer for you, and again, very few people will say this, I actually want to see you be comfortable in how you were born.
Yeah.
I know that you might not feel that way, but I think that is something that you can achieve. I think that with the right team and the right people, you don't have to wage war on your body. You can learn to love your body.
That is such a great message from Charlie, and I think more people need to start adopting that angle and telling people that instead of waging war on your body, let's try to fix your brain, because there's obviously some mental health issues that you're dealing with. It's not your body, my friend. It's your brain. So good for him, and God bless that young man. I hope that he finds the resolution and the comfort that he's desperately seeking.
The more privileged kids are the ones who end up indulging in all of this nonsense because they're privileged. You know, if you're poor, you're too busy trying to figure out how to pay the mortgage. Whereas when you come from privilege, you feel guilty about your privilege anyway. And then you're going around looking for hats that you can put on. Oh, you know, today I'm gay, tomorrow I'm trans, etc. Actually, did you know my great-grandmother was black? Or whatever it is, to try and claim some victimhood so that you can be admired by your friends. Or I'm suffering from mental health issues, I'm doing X, Y, and Z. The schools are encouraging them in this way. They're teaching white kids to feel guilty and black kids to feel like they're victims, encouraging the whole trans stuff.
If you were president, who would you tax more, conservatives or liberals?
Conservatives.
Conservatives, yeah. And why would you tax them more?
Honestly, just because I feel like a lot of the moves that they're making right now, and they're also way more, like, financially up there, I feel like it makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of conservatives are commonly billionaires or have a lot of money, so I feel like they should just pay more.
All right, conservatives pay up.
Yeah, that seems pretty logical. I mean, I can... Like, I'm pretty sure most everyone has more money than you, my dear, at this point in your life. So don't... it's not just conservatives. It's a lot of liberals, too. All right, my friends, that is it for the Lib Zone. Now on to the much-needed detox. Roll tape. It's time for Dave's Detox. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's happening? Oh, no! Right on the nose. Did you see he went cross-eyed? Hey, hungry huskies. Yeah. Jeez. Overreact much. It's just a lemon, buddy. Oh, a cat. Oh no, what is that, strawberry? Oh, why do you hate strawberries? No. That is a lumpy, fat, happy cat right there. Oh yeah, cool. A little dangerous, but looks cool. Oh. Oh, don't do it. That's horrible. Don't. Oh, gosh. Yeah. Shadow boxing. That's funny. All right, my friends, that wraps it up for the day. I hope you enjoyed the detox. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please subscribe, like, share, slap that bell around, tell your friends about Idle Hands. And until the next episode, the next video, stay safe. Know that you're loved and appreciated. And of course, until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.